We're doing it live.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We are so happy that you're here. We are going to talk about the Simple Citizen experience and we'll walk through the entire bit of how to get started. We'll talk about the story of Simple Citizen. We'll give you a little more info on what customers are really saying and what their experiences have been. And then we'll open it up to a Q&A at the end. Let's get into it. My name is Karina. I'm the director of content here at Simple Citizen. So if you follow us on social media, you've seen videos, that's my face. We'll also have Shelby, who is VP of Customer Experience, Chase, who is our president and counsel here, and Sam, co-founder and CEO of Simple Citizen.
Thank you all for joining us today. As we prepared for this and to tell you a little bit more about Simple Citizen, we wanted to share, obviously, how we got started as a company and why and what our mission is and the impact. This all really started about 15 years ago. I met my future wife, Unju Yoon, when we were both going to school. She was studying math education. I was getting a master's degree in accounting. We met, started dating, we fell in love, and ultimately we got married. And I'm sure that story is similar to a lot of you on this call. And I naively thought that because I was a US citizen, she would just automatically become a citizen. I mean, she had been in the US for the last year of high school. She went to high school here in Salt Lake City at East High, which, if you've ever heard of High School Musical, it's the same high school where they filmed High School Musical, and they did that when she was there. So I just assumed she had been here for so long that either we don't really have to do anything. But unfortunately, as I learned, and as many of you know, it's not that easy. There actually is mountains and mountains of paperwork and thousands or hundreds of different forms and documents. And I think we all can appreciate just how overwhelming the immigration process is. And I was recently married, was going to school full time, and this was just a lot for us. And we went and met with a local immigration lawyer and really didn't have a good experience. That's not to say anything negative about all lawyers. You know, people are different, and our experience was not the best. Trying to do this on our own research was also very overwhelming because we were both very busy and we were newlyweds. Eventually, we were able to submit our application and everything was fine. But going through that experience was a light bulb moment, an aha moment, where I thought, I wonder if there are other people like me who everything is relatively straightforward in our past and the visa that we're on and those types of things. I wonder if, like, other technology or software or apps that solve so many different problems in our lives, why don't we have something like this for the millions of people who go through the immigration process, either to get a green card or become a US citizen or get a visa? And that started a 2 to 3 year due diligence process of researching the problem, meeting my co-founders, and we started the company 10 years ago with the mission to make the immigration process more accessible to families and folks who want to do it themselves, but need a little bit of help from technology to make it easier, more efficient, more affordable. Most of you probably have been on our website. You've seen the interface and the way the software works. It's evolved over these 10 years. Behind the scenes, this little green little flowcharts that you see up here is a diagram from 10 years ago when we first started mapping out the complex set of rules and logic that works behind the scenes while you use the easy guidance interface that you'll see when you sign up and use Simple Citizen. So there's a lot of complex logic that works in the background that we constantly have to update as rules or things change from the US government, which it does from time to time. But we make sure that we stay on top of it, up to date, either within hours or minutes after there's a new update, to make sure that you don't have to worry about all those things. We can focus on that, and you can focus on your relationship, getting whatever status, whether it's a green card or citizenship. You can focus on that and what you want to do with your life. One question that we get a lot that I think is worth mentioning here is, I've looked at doing it on my own. Like, the forms are available online. Some of them I can submit directly with USCIS, or I could go to an immigration law firm, or a friend or a relative. They know this lawyer. Maybe I can work with them. What is different about using Simple Citizen versus working with a lawyer or doing it yourself? As you can see on the screen here, we fit basically in the middle of this spectrum. We make it a whole lot easier to do it yourself, but we are doing it with you. So we have all sorts of tools, resources, technology. We have a whole team of caseworkers that will help you and guide you through using this tool. And then at the appropriate moment, we have a network of third-party immigration lawyers who can step in and either review your application or have a consultation with you. And so it's not like walking into an immigration or a lawyer's office and working with them. That's a different experience. And you're not completely on your own. This is an experience and a tool where you learn about the immigration process as you're doing it. We are here to help and guide and point you in the right direction so that you can be empowered to really understand what's going on and what a certain question is asking, and help you get to the end. So, to summarize, we're right in the middle. We like to think of ourselves as, we're not a DIY or a do it yourself. We are a do it with you. We'll talk more about that towards the end of the presentation, but I think that's worth calling out. We founded the company 10 years ago, and in the last decade, the mission of helping individuals and families navigate this process easy, affordably, and really get to a position where they can achieve their own individual American dream. That mission has been successful in tens of thousands of individuals and families over the past 10 years. We've served customers from virtually every country around the world that you can think of. We've seen virtually every iteration or specific situation of facts and visa types and history that you could possibly imagine. And we have helped individuals and families save almost $100 million that they otherwise would have spent on a traditional law firm or buying books to research this on their own. And that's impactful because that means that those families are able to take that money and put it towards an education or a down payment on a house or healthcare or all of those things that they really are here to do. Nobody comes to the US to do paperwork. That's not anybody's dream, hopefully. And so we have been very successful in helping, because we take this very serious. Most of us are either immigrants ourselves or have immediate family members who are immigrants or refugees or have dealt with this problem firsthand. And so it's something that we care deeply about and is part of our mission and life's work. And we're thrilled that you're here today to be a part of that.
I look forward to speaking to you all today about my favorite subject, which is how we take care of our customers here at Simple Citizen by diving into the different steps of what they're going to experience when you sign up. We're going to do a brief overview of how it works. We're going to go through questionnaires, documents, our review process, our submission process, and even the level of care you can expect after submitting to the government. Where I'd like to start is just giving you a broad idea of the types of applications we support. Listed here on the screen are some of our most popular ones. We have our K-1 fiance visa, a variety of family-based green card applications, removal of conditions, citizenship, employment-based green card, and even a few more that aren't listed here. If you are interested in finding out what other applications we do offer, you can simply go to simplecitizen.com/applications, or you can reach out to our support team. They are lovely and they would be happy to answer your questions. For some of you, If you experience anything like I did when I was trying to figure out how to immigrate to the United States, you might not know exactly what application you're looking for. That is why we've built our free eligibility quiz to help customers answer a few questions so that they can figure out which application they would like to file based on the information they provide. This will take you directly to the application you're looking for, where you can then sign up for your Simple Citizen account and get started. Let's say you have figured out what application you want, you have purchased it, you've signed up, you're logged in, and you're wondering where you start. The number one thing that you're going to do is complete the questionnaire. After that, you're going to upload your documents, and that will get everything prepared for the legal review conducted by an independent partner attorney. Next, after the attorney has reviewed their application, they send you feedback through a Simple Citizen case team so that the case team can work with you to strengthen your application to make it as ready for USCIS as possible. Once all of those changes have been implemented and you've approved your application as being ready to go, we will then print it and ship it to you in a gorgeous little box. And then we will also have instructions so that you know exactly what to do in order to submit it to USCIS. After that, we will not leave you. We will still be here to help you with tracking for your USCIS process. And when you get approved, we will be here to celebrate with you as well. I would love to do a little bit more of a deep dive into these individual steps so that you have a more specific idea of what to expect. Number one, this is a little sneak peek at what you could expect from our questionnaire. The questionnaire is how we take these complicated, redundant USCIS government forms and we make them accessible, bite-sized, and person-specific. It makes it easier for people to provide their information, know what is being asked, and also know who's supposed to enter what information in. After that, and also while you go, you will have the opportunity to upload the documents. This list of documents can be general based on the application type that is being submitted, and also specific depending on the information that you have entered or your situation. For some of them, especially vital documents, translations will be needed. Simple Citizen does offer translations for all vital documents included with every single application. If you have non-vital documents that need translations, are enhanced and professional, might be the way to go for you because we also include additional translations in those application package tiers. All right, as you go through the questionnaire, even though it's beautifully, intentionally designed with immigrants in mind, there are going to be moments where you likely have questions. We have our live chat support that is available during business hours to support you, and they will be happy to do so. But if you are looking for a little bit more independence or speed in getting your answers, we have a wide variety of in-app education resources. We have videos, we have definitions, we also have an entire learning center with hundreds of articles designed to guide people through processes, explain things. There's even templates that can be downloaded to use more easily. This is another example of ways that you can be educated by yourself if you want, or you can go with live chat support, totally up to you. But this is an example of how we can break things down into immigration. We have little info icons that you can click if you get confused, and you will see the beautiful face of Karina many times as you go through because of all of the wonderful videos she has helped to create for our customers. All right, so then what happens? This is really where it gets exciting. Once the questionnaire is completed, the documents have been uploaded, it's time to submit for attorney review. And what our system will do is it takes all of those documents, all of that information entered, and it turns it into a PDF application that's all in the correct order with all of the forms you're requesting, and it gets it ready to go so that can be submitted to the independent partner attorney in its entirety. Once this attorney receives the file, they are then able to review it with their care and with their expertise. Then they will make recommendations on how your application can be strengthened or improved. That information, like I mentioned before, is shared with a case management team. You will have a case team assigned to you specifically who will collaborate together with you to make sure that you are able to implement these attorney recommendations quickly and effectively. After that, the case team will check your updates to ensure that they're ready to go, and then we will finalize, digitally assemble the PDF application. that is where it goes to you, and you get to review it very carefully to ensure that your situation is represented as accurately as possible. You've entered your information correctly, the addresses are right, the names are spelled right, the birthdays are right, those kinds of things. And once you approve it and we have your stamp of approval, then it will go to our wonderful shipping team. They will print it, assemble it, and ship it to you with a really lovely box filled with instructions so that you can review it, sign it, and submit it to USCIS. All right, I mentioned a box. Now, what is in that box? You might be wondering. Well, it is so wonderful. This is actually in a lot of our reviews, customer feedback, people I talk to, they mention this box as being one of their favorite parts of their entire Simple Citizen experience. Number one, you get the printed, completed application, which is a big deal because some of these applications are 200 to 600 pages long. So it's a big deal to get it printed for you. The other thing is a really detailed instruction guide to help you know exactly what you need to do to prep it for USCIS. You'll also get a personalized preparation checklist to help you stay organized, make sure you're not missing anything. There is a very, very helpful signature guide to let you know who is required to sign where. There are quite a few signatures. I wish I had had this when I was applying for my green card. There's also an assembly guide to let you know what goes where, in what order, exactly how USCIS wants things to show up. There's also a pre-addressed USCIS address label, so you don't have to worry about getting the PO box wrong. It's ready to go for you. And there's even a few other little things, but you'll have to wait and see about those ones. Okay, then you get this box, you use it, you assemble everything together. Your application is gorgeous. It has everything it needs. You submit it to USCIS. Well, then what? Number one, there's going to be various steps and correspondence that USCIS sends to you. So we have additional in-app education to help you orient yourself within these updates to know what happens next, what does this mean, what do I need to do, where do I need to go, and it can be really helpful. We also offer complimentary case tracking that helps you stay on top of the various applications or forms that you've submitted. And then for enhanced and professional cases, we also offer requests for evidence support, extended support from your case team until approval, and then even for professional cases, specifically interview preparation consultation with the partner network attorney who reviewed your application. So for sometimes people will use this to do a mock interview with the attorney, ask questions, share concerns, those kinds of things. One of my favorite things and what I want to end on with my section of this presentation is just that Simple Citizen is built for immigrants, largely by immigrants. Sam mentioned a lot of us here are immigrants ourselves, or we are connected to, related to, married to immigrants, and we care deeply about immigrants and their experience. And because of that, the entire Simple Citizen family is here to support you in your success. We have shipping team members, software engineers, research, media teams, UX designers, product designers, partner network attorneys, your case team, all of these people who are here for you to support you. So please always feel like you can come to us if you need support, if you need assistance, or if there's things you think we could do to better support customers in the future.
We are going to talk about pricing and value and what you get for your money. I am Chase Hurdle. I am Simple Citizen's president and counsel. My title really doesn't matter all that much. I just want you all to know that what I care about and have dedicated my professional career to is building experiences that help people access the legal help that they need. And that's exactly what we do at Simple Citizen in the immigration space. I'm going to talk to us first about our package tiers. And if you visited our website, you might have encountered this already. If you haven't visited our website yet, we are going to cover it now. We offer 3 packages. We have an essentials package, an enhanced package, and a professional package for each of the types of applications that we offer. And I've also put some example prices up on the screen here. This is for our marriage-based green card, or also known as adjustment of status package. Our prices do vary based on case type, but let's get into the sort of differences between the 3. So the way that I like to talk about this is really, and I think someone asked a question about this earlier, how do I know which one is best? That's really a personal decision, right? The way that I talk about this with folks is it really depends on how much support you think you're going to need from Simple Citizen and our independent network of partner immigration attorneys. Okay. Our essentials case provides less legal help and less Simple Citizen support, and our professional package provides more legal help and more Simple Citizen support. A big differentiator here that folks should keep in mind, and I think we mentioned this earlier, but I want to spend some time on it. Our enhanced and professional packages, they include request for evidence support. That's a request from the United States government that you submit additional evidence with your application. It's a normal part of the process. If a USCIS adjudicator can't find the information that they're looking for in your application, they'll send you an RFE. So our enhanced and professional packages provide you a little bit more support and a little bit more help if you encounter a situation like that. But all of our packages include a review by an immigration attorney that we partner with. And our enhanced package includes one consultation, and the professional package includes up to 3 consultations. Big differentiator between professional and enhanced really comes down to a couple of different things, but major differences are how quickly we can get your application to your door. We offer an expedited 2-day shipping process for that one. My next slide here is we're going to dig into enhancements and how you can modify your immigration journey with us to meet you where you are. And we offer a variety of enhancements that help you upgrade your package along the way. We have core enhancements, which are reprint and ship, new application reviews, and attorney consultations. So let me break those up for you a little bit because those Simple Citizen speak, and I need to tell you what those mean. A reprint and ship is really you just need another copy of your application from us and shipped to your door. This is a really useful thing to have if you're going to go to your interview or you need another copy for your records because you're going to send the original to USCIS. So if you need another copy, we're happy to reprint and ship one to you. An application review is a new legal review by our independent attorney network. Sometimes folks need a second legal review. They want to dot the I's, they want to cross the T's, they want the benefit that comes with that. That's something we like to be able to offer. And then you can always add an attorney consultation on in your account. That is a 30-minute consultation with the attorney that you've selected to review your application. So if you sign up for an enhanced package and you only get one consultation with that package and you decide you need another one, you can add on another consultation and do that through your account. Some other enhancements that we offer are expedited attorney reviews and expedited shipping. We offer 3 flavors of expedited shipping: 2-day, standard overnight, and priority night overnight. If you are in a hurry and you need your application at your door tomorrow, priority overnight is the way to go. Moving on here from enhancements, if you do your marriage-based green card with us, or you do your removal of conditions with us, these are steps in the journey. Most folks start with a marriage-based green card, then they need to remove conditions from that green card, and then they move on to naturalization. You can add on those applications in your account as you become eligible for them and continue your journey with us. And I highly recommend that you do that. When you complete that first initial marriage-based green card application with us, we use that data that you provided us to populate your next application. So you're about 70% of the way done many times with your next application already, just by completing your first one with us. So we hope if you sign up with us and you enjoy your experience, that you continue on with us. We really appreciate the trust that you put in us. But I also just, like I said, I want to save you time. And I want to really drill in with you next on really what we call our do it with you advantage and what this really means, right? Sam talked about this at the outset, and we're really into empowering our customers with the tools that they need to have a say in their immigration journey and do things in a way that makes sense for them. Going it alone, doing it yourself, right? You can do that. And we support people doing that all the time. In doing that, they're going to have to tackle complex immigration forms alone. There's a high risk of error. Our software helps cut that down. But if you want to do it yourself, that's great. Please use our support articles to help you along the way. We're still here for you. If you decide that you want to work with a traditional legal service provider, a law firm that's more of your do it for you type of experience, that's great. You can delegate your entire case to that legal team and they'll handle everything from soup to nuts. You won't have probably much personal involvement in that process, and it'll cost you a little bit more, but it might provide you a little bit more peace of mind. If that's what you need and that's what you feel like is right for you and your family, please choose that. But if you want to work in a cost-effective, guided, technology-enabled way, that's what we offer at SimpleCitizen. We try to offer everything that you need and nothing that you don't, and let you choose your journey along the way. We are a do it with me or do it with you type of service that we hope brings together the benefits of choice and the benefits of legal support all in one package. We accept all major credit cards, Google Pay, Apple Pay, or we offer financing through Klarna. Klarna does a soft credit check and then decides to extend financing to qualified purchasers. If making a purchase when paying the whole dollar amount in one go is tough for you right now, that's why we offer Klarna. You can finance that and explore the terms of that financing on their website. But these are your pay options.
So there is a little reminder, excuse me, again, of kind of the same thing that Sam said earlier, of SimpleCitizen being able to help tens of thousands of customers every year. We take this very, very seriously. We know that every single person and every single immigrant who gets the opportunity to work in the United States, not have to worry about their immigration status, is an opportunity for generations to come. And we pride ourselves in being able to help in just any moment of that. We've already talked about how much money we've saved those tens of thousands of immigrants, but I wanted to highlight one customer review. Can't believe I have not written a review for SimpleCitizen. When my husband, an immigrant, and I got married, I was at a loss with all of the paperwork and the process. We didn't have enough money to pay for a lawyer, and we didn't have enough knowledge to do it alone. Someone told us about SimpleCitizen, and I started the application process to get his green card. Well, it's been years, and we have received his green card, removed his conditions, applied for citizenship, and just got the notice that we have his citizenship interview in a month. We could not have done this without all of the helpful staff throughout the years we have been on this journey. They have truly gone above and beyond our expectations and were always willing to answer any questions I had with their expert knowledge. I thank them for providing this service for people like me who do not have the resources to hire a personal lawyer or do it alone. You have made a difference in our lives. Thank you. He is officially a citizen, from green card to citizenship. Thanks for everything, SimpleCitizen. I've worked at SimpleCitizen for 6 years, and so being able to see anybody from the beginning of their immigration journey to doing their citizenship cases and getting approved is something that, honestly, it's why we do what we do. It's the best, truly. I'd love to take a moment to hear from our actual customers. So we're going to play a quick little video for you guys.
Getting a green card was really scary. Lawyers are so expensive.
One was 25, the other one was 2,000, and the paralegal 950.
Found that SimpleCitizen had the best reputation.
I managed to get all my forms filled out within a 2-week period.
Anytime anyone asks me, what do I do for my green card application, I will always recommend SimpleCitizen.
We've reunited over 12,000 families, earning over 1,000 5-star reviews from people just like you.
Thank you. I love that video so much, especially when customers just like make videos talking about their experience with SimpleCitizen and they post it on socials. Obviously, I live for that. So thank you if you've made one. If you're on this journey and you're wanting to document it, I mean, I would encourage you to do so that we can watch it play out later. So yeah. Next, I think we are going to open it up for questions. So please, 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 any questions that you have, go ahead and write them in the chat, and our team is going to go through those now.
I see a question related to promo codes and the one that we provided. We can't apply it retroactively to a purchase, but you can use it for any enhancements that you'd like to purchase. So please feel free to use it for that purpose and get a little additional value out of your application and experience with us on us. Let's see, another person has asked, can we provide you with a PDF electronic copy of your application when we send the original box of documents, and can we email the PDF? The PDF is available through your account. Your application is also available for viewing in your dashboard. I hope that helps answer the question. If you need an additional copy printed and shipped to you, that's what we offer that enhancement for, but you can obtain an electronic copy through your account dashboard.
Yeah, and that copy that you can access there, you can also download and save it in records.
Yeah, if you choose to do the print from home option, we can still send you digital resources so you don't miss out on the helpful instruction guides. We can still give you all the guidance you would get with the printed one. If you're more comfortable not having it in the mail, then we'll just digitally send you the resources.
Yep. So we've got another question in the chat about how to handle providing financial support documents, namely evidence of previously filed taxes. I'm going to cover this generally. Generally speaking, USCIS likes to see your previous 3 years of income in the form of your tax transcripts. Okay. That's their preferred method. For you to provide that, you have to download your tax transcripts on the IRS website. If you don't have the previous 3 years of taxes available, if you've reached an agreement with the IRS to pay those taxes, but you haven't done that yet, you can also supply a payment plan letter from the IRS as a substitute. But if you don't have a payment plan, I would highly recommend looking into filing your taxes so you can meet that burden of proof for USCIS. It looks like someone's asking if we have a service for a lawyer that can review and look at your pre-existing application that you filled out on your own. No, we don't offer a service today where you can upload your application that you generated outside of SimpleCitizen and hand it off to a law firm to review. Our independent network of attorneys are only able to review applications that are generated in our system on our website.
What you're describing is the exact path that I went down. My wife and I put together our application. I did all the research. I downloaded the forms. I filled them out. I read forums and chat boards and messages about what to do. And I had an application that I felt was pretty good. I just wanted an attorney to look at it. And depending on the law firm that you go to, some immigration law firms will do that. They'll review the application that you put together. A lot of times, I can't speak for every immigration law firm, but a lot of times they will charge anywhere from, in my case, it was $500 10 years ago. So depending on where you live and other factors, it could be that, could be more, could be less. But that experience is essentially what we provide with our essentials package. Yes, you do have to go back through and answer some of your questions again. But once you do that, then through our process, an immigration attorney will do just that. And you also get the printed version. All in all, that package is a little bit less than what I paid for doing all the research, doing it myself. Like, I know if at this point, if you have done that, it feels a little redundant to sign up for this service and then answer all of the questions and then re-upload your documents, but that might technically be a faster, cheaper way than trying to sit down with an immigration attorney, booking an appointment, paying their fee. And to be honest, since you've already filled it out, I would guess that you could get through all of the information and document uploads fairly quickly.
Awesome. Someone asked, and I want to just reiterate really quickly, does the basic package include a review by a lawyer, one of our independent immigration attorney partners? Yes, it does. Or somebody said, they'd like to go the print from home and save on their computer route. That is your choice. It's whatever works best for you. But once a marriage-based green card application is fully assembled, and I'm talking all of your forms, all of your supporting evidence, everything that goes with it, your poor printer at home is not going to like you very much. It's going to be about 250 to 300 pages. So that's why we print applications for our customers. We've got big monster industrial printers in our office that do this very well, and you can save your ink for other things. But if you would like to print your application at home, you're more than welcome to do that. I just want you to be aware that your application is going to be voluminous, to say the least.
And I will say, in addition to what Chase said, I typically don't like to say, we're better than every other person or other provider out there. I like people to experience it and come to that conclusion they're themselves. But when it comes to printing, organizing, and assembling this sometimes 2,000-page application and getting it ready to submit to USCIS in an organized, professional way, we do this better than almost anyone out there or any organization. And if you paid for even the essentials application, a lot of times what we do is upgrade you to that. So it's part of using SimpleCitizen. So allow us to do that for you and impress you and provide more value for you, because that's something that we do really, really well.
Someone asked, how does the medical exam form I-693, how is that handled, and do you provide any help with that? We do provide a placeholder for that form, but a medical exam I-693, a USCIS form I-693, is actually filled out by a U.S. civil surgeon. You make an appointment with a U.S. civil surgeon. You can find a list on the USCIS website, and the form I-693 is filled out mostly by that surgeon. And they're not really a surgeon. It's just a special name for an immigration doctor. They are a doctor, and they'll review your vaccination and health history to make sure you meet the standards that the U.S. government has set for intending immigrants. And then after they conduct that examination, they're going to put that form signed by the civil surgeon in an envelope, okay, and they're going to seal it. Do not open it. It's got to remain sealed for USCIS to accept it. And I'll just, in case I was a little confusing there, we do include the I-693 filled out as far as we can fill it out for you. The rest of it has to be filled out by the civil surgeon.
There are also really useful articles on our website and the in-app education, just so you guys know, that will help walk you through. It'll link you to the civil surgeon lookup, talk you through what you should bring, how you should prepare, what you should expect, all those things, in addition to the great stuff Chase is saying.
One other question that I want to address is, how long does it take for an application to be processed? Okay, this is a question we get all the time. So the process to complete your application with us really depends on how quickly you want to move forward. If you have your supporting evidence all compiled and ready to go, I have seen customers complete their application, generating their forms and submitting it to attorney review in a few weeks. Okay, some people do it in a few days, but on average, a few weeks. The time that it takes for our attorney network to review your application after you've generated your forms, we promise that we'll get that to you in 7 to 10 business days. And our print and ship team, once you finalize that application, takes about 2 to 3 business days to print that application, package it up, and ship it out to your door. So all in, on the SimpleCitizen side of things, you're looking at a month or so. But then comes the part that we don't have much visibility into, and that's when you submit it to USCIS. A lot goes into how applications get spread out among the various offices inside USCIS for review. Applications are not adjudicated, as we say, in first in, first out sort of manner. There are thousands of piles all over the United States. There are multiple service centers and adjudicators that are doing that work, okay? And they don't really adjudicate applications in a really predictable, transparent way. However, USCIS does publish mean processing times on the USCIS website. And each form and service center has a timeline prediction available to you on the USCIS website. Now, I want to emphasize, these are mean processing times. I have seen applications go faster than what's quoted on the USCIS website. I've also seen applications go much slower. The timeline on average, I think right now for a marriage-based green card application right now is like somewhere between 12 and 18 months, but our frontline folks probably have a better sense for that. Shelby, am I still in the ballpark of what we've been seeing?
We don't know exactly what to expect just because of the newness with the new administration. We have seen recently a pretty quick uptick for some people. Generally speaking, yeah, I would say 12 to 18 months, but a lot of people are processed much sooner. And a few people are processed more slowly.
Somebody asked, can your green card be used for work in the US? Absolutely. Once you have a green card, okay, you are work authorized through that green card.
For some people, you can also elect to include Form I-765 when you do the initial filing of the green card application, and that can get people work authorization sooner, depending on how quickly they process that form. But yes, every green card includes work authorization, which is amazing.
Thank you again so much for your questions, for taking the time out of your day to join us. Hopefully, this conversation was helpful. Hopefully, you leave here with a little more clarity and with a little better understanding of what you can expect from this gorgeous team here at Simple Citizen, how we can best support you. And again, if your question did not get answered for whatever reason during this conversation, please shoot us a DM on Instagram or send us your questions on Simple Citizen. There'll be a little live chat button at the bottom. You click that, ask your questions, and someone from our team will reach out. If we cannot help you, if we can't answer, we will help guide you for you to find an answer. So please do not be shy, and also share this resource with your friends and family. But thank you again, and we hope you have a great rest of your week and a good weekend. Goodbye. Adios. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.